Hello and welcome to the Me Perspective with me, Morgan, and my co-host Alan, and today we're going to be talking about some political stories that's kind of been in the headlines lately. So first off, we're going to talk about ISIS and some of the shit they've been, yeah,
they apparently hacked, or they did hack, the Twitter account of the US military, the Department of Defense. So it was early yesterday that I first found out about that. It came up on BBC News, the breaking story, and it was funny. It was just funny timing because Barack Obama just had his talk about
strong cyber security.
Yes, like strengthening cyber security in America. And the worst thing about the story is probably that they're trying to bring back harder regulation.
Yeah, there's like legislation going through the Senate,
Yeah.
Congress.
So there's less privacy for, well, only Americans, maybe the British, because they're in quotes, and they.
Yeah, I doubt it would really affect us that much. Maybe, but I mean.
Yeah, like Obama was never down for passing the law or passing.
It's like Charlie Hebdo and shit now. That's always
but because of that now, and like the raising fear of terrorism and the Islamic State, they need to show that they're doing something. I guess like it's probably gonna put on a show, and it might be passed this time if people don't protest it or they don't sign or if they just protest about that.
Well, it was pretty good. Like what have I said about, it's not even 100% that it was ISIS.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Yesterday we thought that it might be just someone acting as ISIS, just get in the news, like a group like Lizard Squad or Anonymous, something like that.
Because really, like what's been said on Vice, so it might be. I mean, America's taking it serious, but like it was brought on Vice that.
Yeah, it is only a Twitter account as well. I think it was only the Twitter account, and they was posting Islamic State videos, weren't they, on it? YouTube videos of like the extreme Islam. Other than that story's really done with. There's not much information about that. It's just the regulations that might be coming on America and like providers and stuff and companies.
Another story to do with ISIS is obviously France is like a major military power. It's like obviously with America at the top, then France is definitely in the top 5, like on par with the UK or maybe even above. Because so and they want to like, they're supposed to kind of like have a crack at ISIS, and they've sent out their like their flagship aircraft carrier of their fleet, the Charles de Gaulle, like named after the famous World War II general. And so it's a massive ship, obviously is their flagship. I
hate that with government, so that they have to put on a show after situations like this. Like, it is probably not the smartest idea to send the largest warship over to where there's minimum threat, because it's at home where the event has occurred. I know that people are being trained in, is there Iraq?
Yeah, that's where all the, like Pakistan, Iraq.
Yeah, the Middle East.
Plus, like Al-Qaeda, this is going to like run by Syria, because that's where ISIS
like
and
North Africa.
ISIS and Iraq. It's like
So it's kind of smart if they're planning on acting on siege and stuff, and like actually trying to break up the training of Islamic State.
It's not really training now. I mean, like Iraq, like ISIS.
They've got a lot of people.
They are like, well, they're attacking Iraq. I think like ISIS owns stupid amount of like land and towns in Iraq. Like, you know, they make the move on Syria. Like, so I mean, the French were already like doing airstrikes against them, but now they send out this massive shit to support what they were doing.
I think France and like Europe has to invest in more cyber warriors, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Korea calls theirs, or North Korea calls theirs. They need to invest on that just so their defense, like in the cyber world, is a lot stronger, because like it's basically the new form of spying. Like, we need to be stronger on the spy front.
I mean, another like France has now deployed 10,000 soldiers on the streets, so they're cracking down after Charlie Hebdo attack.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. Like, they need to. They also need to. People want to see the security be increased, don't they? So they'll probably want reassurance.
Yeah. They feel the fear.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, well, 10,000 soldiers on the street. I mean,
it's gonna just make the situation even more volatile, I would say. Having all armed men in, I'm guessing, Muslim districts of Paris, mostly.
Yeah.
And that's just robbing the community the wrong way, basically. Or that's what they did in Afghanistan and all of Middle East. Like, that's why they're so volatile now, I'd say. It's because they're being regulated by a foreign country, or the arms of a foreign country.
I mean, like, the people who conducted this attack, they weren't even ISIS, so as far as we know, they were Al Qaeda, so I don't know why. I mean, probably just France just taking just having them go at like Islamic extremism just in general.
Yeah, that's the messed up thing, is they don't even think it's ISIS with the Charlie Hebdo.
Yeah, I think it's just Islamic fundamentalism in general. Like,
just the extremists.
Yeah. So obviously ISIS and ISIS are the biggest easily at the moment. Like Al Qaeda are like a bit in the shadows at the moment, I suppose you could say. But I mean, not anymore because of that attack. But I'd
say that's probably the worst thing to do to Al Qaeda as well, because it's gonna lead to attacks like what happened with Charlie Hebdo. Is because they haven't been covered in Western media for a while. Like, it's all been ISIS or IS now. Is that what they go by? Yeah,
they go by many names.
Yeah. Like, anyway, they done that just to be brought back into the light and strike fear.
It's terrorism, isn't it? Terror, like reading by terror. I mean, I've read something that it's to do with Al Qaeda. I forgot what it was, but
they can't get their rocks off if they're not in the media, can they? That's where they get their power.
Yeah, I mean, see, just everywhere at the moment, isn't it? Like Boko Haram with that town in Nigeria.
Yeah,
I think it was that recently. I was there in another town where they killed 2,000 people. I mean, there's quite a big rise in Islamic fundamentalism at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's causing a lot of fear. But I mean, what I was going to say was, I remembered it again. Paris was like third on the list before America and Britain.
Of what?
Like, targets. So
Damn.
When they hit Paris, they was only third on the list.
Yeah, you'd think France would be higher up than at least us.
Nah, I mean, it's like America's the Western world and we're like second.
Yeah, I know we're powerful states.
If you want to make like a...
Oh yeah, they get the most coverage as well.
Right, obviously America would be number one, but then we'd be second.
Yeah, but Paris are quite anti-Islam, aren't they?
I don't know, I always thought that, like, it was quite...
Well, Paris is, because Paris has banned the turban and the burqa. I know...
Did they ban the...
Yeah, turban's Sikh though, innit? Islam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might be, I'm unsure, I don't really know.
Yeah, it's like the turban is Sikh, and
I knew they banned burger.
Yeah, the burger is banned
I
as
think
well.
was it gonna, I can't remember what it's called, like the headscarf hijab or something.
Yeah, they was trying to get that.
Somewhere it was banned. I don't know where. I don't see where that's like. You can't really conceal anything in.
No. I can remember. Don't quote me on this, but it was a shooting in Paris where someone dressed in a burqa, like, and just shot at a shop in mall. I can remember a story of that, but that could have been just like told to me just to get the fear in me. I don't know. I can't remember who told me it.
Can't remember like about that. So
yeah, it might have just been bullshit, but
yeah, but it was on there. I mean, they're trying. Obviously, a lot of far right groups want to get out of that.
Yeah.
Banned over here, but it's like I don't really agree. Like I said, I don't agree with it because it's quite sexist and stuff. But if they want to wear it and it's their religion, how can we take it away from them and yet try to claim that we're a free country?
We haven't mentioned the racism by who was it on Fox News that said Birmingham is full of Muslims and is a no-go. We'll look for that now.
It was like it judged something.
Well, yeah, like it didn't even. I can't see how you can say that is a no-go. And Tony Blair has came out against it, hasn't he? Like, he came out against it quite aggressively.
Tony Blair?
Oh, not Tony Blair.
David Cameron.
David Cameron. Sorry, my head's fried today.
Yeah, judge something.
Does it say in the article?
Yeah, they just come out.
Wait, does it say?
And I just, like, Russell Brand took the piss out of here before.
Oh, she's crazy.
Yeah.
She just shouts over people. Here's a Fox presenter we're talking about.
Judge something, I just can't find it.
Why doesn't it say? Anyway, it doesn't matter about that. Or it does, but we can't find out the minute.
And with another story, it's a bit closer to home now, isn't it? Really, it's about we just want to. It doesn't go with the flow that we are going about terrorism and ISIS, but we still talk about how
the coalition governments that could run run our lives in the next UK election.
Obviously, UKIP is a massive contender, sadly.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about how David Cameron twice now refused to roll out teaming up with UKIP. While the Guardian article posted in the coalition between Labour and the Conservatives is the only way forward, he said.
I know people say, Labour aren't left anymore. It's still going to be impossible for them to work with.
Yeah.
Like, any right-wing party, their way to deal with deficits is to cut public spending. With left parties, the ways to deal with deficits is to tax the rich more.
Yeah.
So, they just...
Who's got the more power? The rich.
Yeah.
Who will most likely be voted in? David Cameron.
I think the majority of people in our working class are pissed off, like...
Yeah, but they're the idiots, mostly.
They cut the shit, like the NHS and stuff. But what have they got to show for it? How shit gone bad in the last couple of years after them?
No,
so we're losing our, free healthcare and stuff and our education, but there's nothing to show for it.
It's evident as well that privatising the NHS doesn't work. It was our business that just released their contract with the NHS, wasn't it? That was failing, they were shown to be failing.
Wasn't that one they took the survey?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the majority of staff said it was not said, but they basically it was absolutely shit.
Yeah, nurses can't be being cut wage, especially how hard of a job they've got.
Healthcare isn't really just. I think I was saying, I was talking to someone, they said basically any necessity at life, so that'd be gas, water,
energy.
Yeah, shit like that, healthcare, education, stuff that you need to live, basically. It shouldn't be privatised. It should be. We got the health. Luckily, in this country, we got the healthcare and the education, but we haven't got the others. I think we should have. And we was talking about transport, like privatised buses in this country, and an absolute fucking mess.
We know that from first-hand
from
experience.
college, like being stuck in the fucking.
I'm to catch a bus every day there and back.
I haven't got a problem with buses, just when they're late and.
Yeah, the buses are like kept in quite good quality, but other than that, they are always late. They're always
obviously the drivers have shit pay.
Yeah, and that makes them less enthusiastic, really.
Yeah, like it's the working
which is
man,
fair
like
enough.
A bus driver, like we know all about.
Well, I was talking to a bus driver the other day. He said he had to leave as a bus driver because he wasn't getting enough money for his family, like because he's having another kid, so he had to move on and do something else. He had to go work at the factory, so because it's more contracted then. And then it's not stupid hours, so he can see his kids, other than spending his life going to work at like 6 in the morning, then going back at 8 in the night.
I mean, it's just such it just needs some state-owned and just bare necessity. I don't want a private company who only care about its profit, like looking after like my necessities, like how I get to college, like how I like get my warmth.
Money shouldn't come into politics at all, I don't right, yeah? Or business shouldn't, at least.
I've learned in history that one of the main reasons money came into politics was when the Labour Party was founded. And because obviously you had these rich businessmen who could do politics on the side, but you didn't really have like working class men.
Yeah.
So like obviously the Labour Party said like money needs to come into politics in a way like salaries, and it did. So yeah, it's a good thing now, but it's just gone way out of control now. Like bonuses and
like
favours, you know,
all the connections. I don't like the connections of big business and government.
Yeah, that's like fascism, isn't it? Really,
yeah.
That's what it is. Fascism is when the corporations and the government become one almost.
Yeah, like basically the government are going. You see the big people from the government going into jobs with big business.
That's like in America, wasn't it? With like all the Bush administration, they was always.
Yeah, like in the 10 years after Bill Clinton left as president, he made $5 billion. He made in 10 years after being president. Is that fun fixing shit just so he can go into business? I think it is. I think it's a big part of it.
I mean, yeah, it's just become it's playground for the rich now, isn't it? Politics.
And all the eating inbred. Like, they're born out of a rich family, so they go to a rich school, and they work as rich jobs, rich knobs, controlling the country that have never been out of England, or even into a fucking council estate, never even spent a night in council homes, and they think they know how to deal with the working man. The best person to control the working man, to look after the working man, is the working man.
Yeah, he is the working man.
Yeah, it is the working man. Like, it should definitely be more working men.
Socialism, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I think like Marxist Leninism, like
vanguard
of the proletariat, like just.
Who's gonna know how to run the business better?
Dictatorship of the proletariat, like get a working man.
Rich white boy from Eton, or someone who's actually worked.
Yeah, just any person who's worked hard.
Yeah, and has got some intelligence shown, not just book smart, like life smart. We don't have any life smart politicians. You only see that in Labour, really. I mean, I still don't fully agree with Labour. I think
I'm just going with them because, like, I'm a member of the Labour Party, like, obviously, and I mean, I've gone with them. I would have loved to join the Communist Party or Socialist Labour Party, but
it's hard for them to get voted into power.
The Communist Party had 1,000 votes last.
Yeah, and that's like just throwing away a vote when it's so vital at the time now, where UKIP could gain power or coalition with a business. Well, not a business. Well, yeah, a business. I mean, yeah, they could get in coalition with David Cameron or whatever, and Yeah, shit, your votes count now. Fuck Russell Brand when he says don't vote.
Like,
You need to fucking vote.
He never specifically said. He said he doesn't.
He says he doesn't vote,
Yeah.
but that's obviously still going to have a massive influence on the youth and the people who watch him. Don't get me wrong, Russell Brand's my homeboy. I'd like him. He's got really good ideas, but with shit like that, you definitely should vote, I reckon.
I think Miliband needs a chance. I mean, all this bullshit about criticising.
Redhead needs to get in
Yeah.
power. I hope he flips, turn it into a communist state, and then freedom for everyone,
Yeah, I mean,
equal pay.
he's definitely got socialist ideals. Like, I can see him, raising taxes for the rich and doing everything that should be done. It's like they ain't gonna notice like 2 million out there.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're in this fucking tens of millions.
His
a year,
claymation face does disturb me slightly. He does look like Wallace,
Yeah.
but still, great man.
Yeah.
Can't judge a book by his cover.
Just give that man. I think it'll do good.
I think he'll do good.
I think we'll see him in. I think UKIP haven't got enough traction yet. I mean,
I reckon he'll get into coalition with someone. I think that's how government's gonna go from now
that's
on.
how the Tories will be. It'll be like a dog in the corner. Like, we need to do something, and that'll be
Yeah.
the final. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna go out with a band and go, alright, we'll partnership with UKIP. But
Yeah, I still don't think they'll.
no, I think. How can you go into Parliament when you only have 2 MPs in Parliament?
Yeah.
Like 700 something. I think it's 739. I might be wrong. Or something like that.
Somewhere around there.
You really want a majority. I mean, Labour's
Yeah.
got I think that Labour's got not a majority, but they've got the most amount of ministers in Parliament now.
Damn.
So
Yeah. Well, should we get back to the story, or there's not much actually left of the story? It's just how David Cameron is a slimy bastard and he'll get in bed with anyone to get in, or stay in power, which is dodgy. Which
I mean, the Guardian post. Like, I love the Guardian. Like, I think it's the best newspaper. But like, a Guardian article apparently said that Labour. I haven't read it, but Labour. The only way for people to succeed. Yeah, the only way for anything to work now basically is there a partnership between.
yeah, like
David
that shows how unversatile our power structure is, though. When one group can get in bed with another group, like how the fuck does that work?
They'll never work anyway. I don't. That's a stupid thing. Like I said, Labour's like a working class socialist party, which like they kind of still are 50-50. Like, their way of cutting the deficit. Have I said this about cutting the deficit?
Yeah,
Yeah, shit them. But like,
I
yeah,
think you did.
I'm not sure. Anyway, like you said, like Labour should really tax the rich more, and the Tories have never done that. They've always cut public spending. They
No, 'cause
starve the NHS.
They're probably their dads and stuff own massive corporations that they would screw over their family members.
Yeah.
So how can you be voted into power when your family members could be damaged by massively by there? So you're just gonna say, let's blame the immigrants and tax support. That seems good. Let's get the poor fighting against each other.
Yeah, 'cause I think there was something about a lot of Tory MPs that they probably got people they know in private healthcare. So if they starve the NHS, that's basically a favour done to them.
Yeah.
To those private healthcare people. So,
Yeah. I think more I've learnt from politics of recent, let's blame the immigrants. The big businesses avoiding tax, they're our friends. They give us such brown beverages as Starbucks and Coca-Cola. Can't disagree with that.
I love my Coca-Cola and shit like that, but it's like if you want to tax a rich person, which you definitely should, you can tax a corporation in billions.
Yeah, I try so hard not to drink Coca-Cola products and stuff like that, but it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm a bad person when it comes to stuff like that.
We both are really. You should try and not be whoever's listening.
Yeah, if you're listening.
The 10 people who's listening.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, or the people from the future that
Yeah.
will stumble upon this. Cronus geniuses. Just respect us so much.
Erect monuments, I mean.
Yeah, maybe.
Morgan Hart.
When everyone turns red. When.
Yeah, we'll be the next Karl Marx or Frederick Engels.
Yeah.
So.
we're idiots now. We're alienated. We're highly disagreed with when it comes to politics. Not that we get confronted much about politics due to living in the valleys.
Yeah, the kids at our age don't really give a shit about politics.
People don't really give a shit about politics, you know.
I feel like this half went a lot better than the first half. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's
better.
We're very passionate about like British politics. We're passionate about everything. We feel for it.
Yeah, we actually experience British politics.
Yeah, we feel for anyone in the world, like, but you know, this is something that affects us. Like, we feel so, like, you know, with Charlie Hebdo, we feel connected with the French people, but
yeah,
this is like, we see it now, don't we? Like, every day, like, in our
this is our life.
Yeah,
this is our perspective of life.
So yeah, just saying, get a life. I think this started with, we just said we need to get a life, necessities, transport, education, and probably also what we need to get. We've got healthcare and education, that's what we're likely to be all that. We need to keep that, because I mean the NHS is going to come under attack soon, but now we need to get transportation, water, energy.
More money pumped into education.
Yeah.
Because education is like the foundation of any society.
Hopefully if we get money into that and get like bright working class children out, like, then everything else will just happen. Like,
with like an uneducated like democracy, or
not a very good democracy.
No, like, it's only hypocrisy when there's an uneducated democracy. Shout out to my boy Serge Tankian.
Sick news.
That's a sick lyric from one of his songs. And yeah, remember, blame the immigrants, be scared of the Islamists or any Muslim, because they're all extremists. And yeah, secretly, don't actually do that.
So we're going to call it there. So thanks for listening. It's been me, Perspective, with me, Maud, my co-star.
Yo.
Peace out.
Peace.